One humble grain fed entire civilizations.
Rice needs water, and water shaped its story.
People domesticated wild grasses arboring, and rice followed.
Transplanting seedlings turned paddies into dependable harvests.
How did rice become everywhere? Let's start at the beginning.
Archaeologists trace rice domestication across Asia millennia ago.
Multiple regions selected rice varieties adapted to local water. Rice tolerates floods other grains cannot. That's its edge. People shaped fields, animals, and tools around rice's needs.
Land was engineered to grow more grain per hectare.
Next, how a flooded field becomes food. Terraces let people farm slopes and control water flow. Nurseries let farmers raise strong seedlings before transplant. It's manual, precise. Every clump matters for yield. Rice calendars align with seasonal rains and irrigation.
Mechanization raised output but didn't erase local practice.
From paddy to milled rice, a series of transformations.
Polishing removes bran and changes nutrition and shelf life.
How rice moves from fields into markets.
Rice becomes commodity, local food, and global trade. Long grain, short grain, glutinous to bouillon. Local tastes vary dramatically.
Global milled rice production reached about 523.9 million tons in 2023-24.
And outlooks put 2024-25 near 543 million tons, a new peak in some estimates.
India and China produce roughly half of the world's rice.
Per person, Myanmar and several Southeast Asian nations eat the most rice.
By total volume, China is the largest rice consumer, simply because of its population and diet.
Export markets tie distant plates together fray, and prices travel too.
For many families, rice is both food and income. Rice is more than calories. It carries meaning.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, rice anchors meals across cultures.
Rice appears in rituals, offerings, and life cycle ceremonies.
Street food often starts with a steaming bed of rice.
Precision and craft turn rice into art in many cuisines.
Harvest festivals celebrate the staple that made settled life possible.
Processing changes rice's role on the plate and in health.
Brown rice keeps bran and fiber. Polishing increases shelf life but lowers some nutrients.
Fortification programs add micronutrients where diets lack them.
A balanced plate uses rice with vegetables,
protein, and fats.
Rice provides accessible calories, vital for food security.
Different rice varieties digest differently. That shapes diets and health outcomes. Scientists keep breeding rice to meet new threats.
Breeders select traits, yield, drought tolerance, and grain quality.
Field trials test varieties under real stress and seasons.
A tiny change in plant architecture can boost yield per hectare. Modern tools accelerate selection, but adoption takes seasons.
New seeds only help when farmers trust and can afford them. Rice markets shape lives and sometimes politics.
A handful of exporters supply many importers and runner. Trade is concentrated.
Price spikes can trigger unrest when staples become unaffordable.
State reserves and policy tools are used to stabilize supply and prices.
Local traders connect farmer harvests to city plates via margins matter.
Shipping costs and tariffs change who can afford to import.
Collective action, cooperatives, and microfinance can boost bargaining power.
Shortages and rising staple prices sometimes spark demonstrations.
Rice depends on water, and water is changing. Drier years cut yields and push farmers to adapt. Too much water at the wrong time also destroys harvests.
New water methods aim to save water and methane emissions.
Paddies emit methane. Researchers seek low-emission practices.
Saltwater intrusion threatens low-lying rice lands worldwide.
How will rice survive a changed climate?
Mechanization reduces labor and can raise timely planting.
High-tech farms explore controlled growing for specialty rice.
Diversification can protect incomes when rice fails.
Local seed systems preserve diversity and resilience.
Extension services spread best practices, but funding is key.
Better storage cuts post-harvest loss and preserves quality. Small tools can multiply productivity at the household scale.
Value addition turns bulky staples into higher margin products.
Digital services give farmers real-time info they lacked before.
Rice ties hands, rituals, and future prospects together.
Recipes and techniques are family knowledge passed down. The same grain appears in wildly different plates.
Rice symbolizes prosperity, fertility, and blessing.
Local varieties carry flavor, history, and landscape. School rice programs link nutrition and education.
Modern markets recast rice for convenient and global tastes. Science, policy, and tradition must converge to protect rice's future.
Fields read mills. Mills feed plates. Plates feed lives.
One simple grain-shaped history. Subscribe to follow the story of why humans eat.